see like a lot of players who made it out on winner's side, especially because like they especially are like the ones that we're looking to see as the up and coming Arcadian champions potentially. They've got the highest chance at least. Okay, going right into it.
Lots of them have a high chance, especially this Kurt guy, this Kurt fellow. I was warming them up earlier. He's really good. He's got some solid fundamentals. Did you tell him about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
that's we'll talk about it if we see that that match, that setup, the matchup. But
okay.
Sheik versus Peach. Sheik versus Peach is a really interesting one. I feel like especially Sheik at when Peach is at low percents, Sheik's grabs like they can do a lot of stuff. You can do like forward tilt into things. You can do just kind of nair and then like get center stage. You can do all sorts of stuff. And then at high percents, you obviously have the kills, right? You got kill throws with down throw and whatnot.
But they all mostly stem from the grab game.
Yeah, whereas Peach, on the other hand, has some interesting stuff. Like, she's mostly trying to use aerials to keep that space. But, like, her grab game, if, like, she gets the Sheik to start shielding, becomes, like, actually pretty good. So
that's how Peach kind of overcomes her slowness as a character. Like,
exactly.
Because anytime I see someone playing Peach well, it baffles me how they can make such a slow character work out so well in their favor, especially like against the matchup like Sheik when she's all over the platform.
Right, and it's just a lot of conditioning, like a lot of conditioning to get your opponent to start doing specific things, and you changing up your style to like counter that. So.
It's like playing the game within the game.
Wow, that was a nice snipe. Really good snipe there. And Triplet pulling up 4 stocks to 2, which is actually really big.
Great start against Sheik. Yeah, game 1. What do you think about this counter pick? I'm actually surprised they struck here for Peach at least.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think that she kind of struggles on this stage against Peach.
Really?
Yeah, I think that the main thing about it is that the stage becomes like constantly an edge guard zone, right? And Peach loves that. Like, Peach wants to basically have Sheik all the way off stage whenever she possibly can. And it's like, if she gets hit by something, even at like 60%, that could put her off stage, which is like a dangerous position for Sheik to be in. So
that's a really good point. The stage becoming like an edge guard situation. Like,
yeah.
Because the center stage is so small.
Right, and that's actually one of the reasons why I think that a stage like even Dreamland is kind of okay in this matchup as Sheik. Whereas like Peach, I think, should almost like probably consider like FD and Fountain of Dreams over Dreamland because of like edge guards all the time. Like that's how Peach wins this matchup.
Do the platforms make you as a Sheik player a little bit nervous? How you can't always rely on them at any point in time in the game?
I think that's definitely a case for a lot of the Sheik players in the tournament right now, is that they're a little bit jittery from like the way that the platforms are moving, especially on Fountain. But maybe they're also thinking to themselves like, okay, maybe the opponent is like, just in general, they're probably thinking like, okay, well maybe the opponent is not so experienced with Fountain platforms. So.
Wow. So, Triplet taking a surprising game 1 win over Kurt. Interesting. Like the narrative of this so far is that like I'm glad that like I want to see Kurt do really well, but I don't want to see someone just like steamroll everyone basically.
Yeah, and honestly, I can see that match especially going in Triplet's favor because, as I was saying, like that whole stage is pretty difficult for Sheik unless you're like perfect with your walling. So. I like this stage much better. This is a real good counter pick in my opinion.
I agree.
It's not too small, so like you don't have too much edge guarding, but it's also not like too big. So like Peach can still die at like 130 or so.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she can't just do everything and like grab turnips like unsafely.
Yeah.
Safely.
I like the aggressive style that Triplet's taking on.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
He's kind of like, okay, well, you're on a platform. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go ahead and throw out something and kind of do it in a safe way where you can't punish me for it. So it's actually really nice to see.
And his edge guards are really solid too right now.
Yeah, for sure.
On the stage.
And that's huge. That's super huge right now.
It seems like such a struggle for Peach to win the center neutral game, and then once it starts flowing in her favor, like to the edge, at least for Triplet, it's going in his favor pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's really true. Is that like whenever Sheik Sheik can kind of win neutral a decent amount of time, and get like a grab, for example, or whatever. but like she'll only get a couple of conversions off on it.
Ooh.
Like it's kind of rare for Sheik to like for example, he's gonna get a down throw, he's gonna get like maybe a forward tilt at best, 3-hit combo, right? Kind of an edge guard situation. But when Peach gets a hit, a lot of times it's like can convert into some crazy stuff. So it's cool to see Triplet doing that actually and doing really well with it. Ooh.
Kurt's aerial game, I think, is really solid too. One thing I've noticed from playing him and watching him play.
Yeah. I really like what he did there with the needles. That's actually, if you guys are up and coming Sheiks ever, ground needles is huge against like characters that float out there like that. So Peach, for example, was floating at the platform height. He threw a ground needle from platform height, and it just took his float.
Now, to avoid crouch canceling, as Sheik, what do you suggest Kurt starts doing? Because I saw him do like a run-off platform needle into forward air, and he got blown up for it.
Yeah.
It's like a spacing thing, or?
It's hard to say. When a Peach is crouch canceling, it's actually really scary if she's at low percent. When that kind of situation's happening, she's usually waiting for the aerial to happen. So if the aerial doesn't ever hit, then she's like still kind of waiting. So you can get a lot of crazy empty short hops over that kind of thing. Like there, if he had just landed, he might have been able to get a grab and then get like something crazy off of that. Maybe even get a kill, or at least this situation.
That was nice.
I like the way he's using down smash on the edge.
Yes, yeah, me too. Not something you see too often, but really, really good move. Down smash is so good with Sheik.
It would be interesting right here to see Triplet just make a quick comeback and like tie this up.
Oh, that was a great back air.
Tie it back up to one stock apiece. I could see it happening. That's kind of how he was. If he controls the space the same way he was with the Fountain game. But the further that he gets into his percent, the harder it's going to be to make that comeback. Because you need that percent to be able to get like a crouch cancel here or there to start something.
Once you lose that, it's a lot more difficult.
Exactly. I like that. Ooh, that turnip.
Yeah.
If that was like just a little bit
closer.
That's actually, I think,
Wow,
yeah.
hey, look, it's happening.
That's actually kind of doable. It's definitely much more doable than like, he has to not take like about 20%, but if he can chalk up about 60% while he takes 20, then that's actually a really good position.
Hit him without getting hit. Right now, it's really difficult.
Oh goodness. Nice. I like the
His
I like
ground
the
pressure
face.
game is really good right now from Triplet.
Ooh. Doesn't take the float though. That's good. Oh no! Floats are goes too low.
Should you have done the up B earlier?
Yeah, up B earlier at least float closer to the stage, so your up B goes straight to the ledge. And I think that might have been what he's trying to do. Wow, goes straight back to Battlefield.
Oh man.
I mean, we gotta assume he probably banned Dreamland or FD. I'm not sure which. Interesting.
Oh man.
Battlefield can be a decent stage for Peach though. Like
Great stock from Kurt if he closes this out. Oh, still great stock. Ah.
the platform's kind of set up for a lot of the combos that she can do, and because there's no like wall to like worry about wall jumping or like any kind of things like that, edge guarding's kind of straightforward against Sheik. So
Yeah. Unfortunately for Kurt, he had to use his double jump to do an up B there. Took some damage, but he didn't die from it, thankfully.
yeah, he still got advantage here. So Triplet will definitely need to get something going right now.
Yeah, he needs this. Go off stage.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh
I like
man,
that.
that was good.
That's really good.
Great grab. That he needed that. Yeah, that was like, that was really good.
That's something that Peaches like do when they start like getting to the point where they're like really proficient with the character, is they like start doing the overshoot grabs, and it's like pays off dividends when they get it.
Especially at high percent.
Yeah. Ooh. It's tricky.
Kurt isn't staying on any one platform for too long. He's using like all three really well.
Yeah, I kind of think
At least in my opinion.
I wish that he wasn't using the top one so much, but
Really?
like everything else I like.
You think
about
so?
it. Yeah, so the thing about the top platform is that it's like such a dangerous position because like Sheik doesn't have any way to come down against Peach. Like, you know, if you're on the side platforms, it's kind of okay because you can kind of like use the side to come down without
I see your
Peach
point.
knowing when you're gonna come down.
Uh-huh.
But oh god,
I was thinking just because it was like so hard for Peach to get up there.
that's true, and that's actually
But
one
both
advantage of it.
characters, yeah, it's like difficult for both characters in that situation.
Yeah. Ooh, goodness. Interesting. Kurt's trying to press his advantage a lot. I like that actually. He's doing it pretty well. He's not like just staying back and like, you know, charging needles like crazy. He's like,
He's playing very solid right now.
he's saying like, I'm dominant on this stage. I proved it last game. I'm gonna prove it
Yeah,
this game.
yeah, I don't know about going back here to Battlefield for Triplet.
Ooh, I like the forward air. That was just enough time to be able to up B and grab that.
Nice, goes right up to turn up that forward air.
All right, let's see if Triplet can do this. Nice, that was a good down
That
smash.
even hits the back air, wow.
Ooh.
Scary spot.
One quick edge guard could bring this back.
Yes, yep.
Maybe like a
Like
nice
something
down
starting
tilt.
up right here, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He's got him where he wants him. Or Triplet
Like
has,
that.
yeah.
Oh. But
Oh, this is going to be so tough. He can do it. Oh, no. Oh, that was a reaching there.
That's nice there.
He's taking a lot of damage.
That's tough. Yeah, it's starting to look like a real mountain. Oh my god.
Gosh.
And there's not that much risk to doing that, like, which is kind of crazy. Like, she can
That's
kind of just
true,
do that
yeah.
to Peach. Like, what's Peach gonna do?
Oh my gosh.
That was nice. Wow. Kurt bringing
Solid.
it back. It's almost like he just kind of lost on the counter pick and
Yeah,
then,
and then
continued on the neutrals.